What up, America? It's Andrew Jackson, that guy you roll up to hit some powder. I founded the Democrat Party and chose the jackass as our mascot. Now, as you can probably tell, times have changed a bit from the party back in my day, and present-day Democrats will come to hate me, but that's your problem. Jackson started the Democrat Party to appeal to the common man. Democrats today sometimes give him credit for that, but only after calling him an evil white bigot. Needless to say, the party started off pretty sketchy by today's standards. We were by far the pro-slavery party all the way through the Civil War.
After the war, we cleaned up our act and supported the North's Reconstruction efforts. Totally kidding, we doubled down on racism and became the party of the Klan. But seriously, we didn't have much of a platform after the war, except Jim Crow, but that was until our boy came in hot on his rollerblades. Then came the Depression. People lost trust in markets, so I wheeled in to drastically expand communism across the country, and Democrats been hooked ever since. Up until this point, blacks had always voted Republican as they were the party that freed the slaves. But after FDR's New Deal, blacks swung 75% Democrat. This was a complete realignment, not because of civil rights, but because of economics. All while the Democrats were still the party of the Klan, and their stronghold was the South. We pushed segregation throughout the South and filibustered the 1964 Civil Rights Act for 75 days. It wasn't until Republicans stepped up and found even more votes to pass the bill. So ask yourself, how are Democrats seen as the party of the civil rights? Well, it's because
Democrats are very persuasive. But again, it ultimately boils down to economic incentives. Once Democrats realize the power of government spending and handouts, you can appeal to any voter group and lock them in.
1, 2, 3.
Gays for Palestine.
Good luck with that.
So anyway, to sum it all up, my party has changed a shit ton, but it's not because of the mythical party switch. Democrats controlled the South all the way through the 1990s. But they did adopt new policies like massive social spending and welfare programs that allowed them to appeal to more diverse voting groups.
Oh, shit!
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
Thought that was a good one.
The only thing that would have made it funnier is if there was a stain on Lewinsky.
Dude, the fact that she wipes off her face. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be crass.
Yeah, right.
That's right. We're trying to keep this PG-13. Talking about, have you ever seen the memes that are like, oh, we're gonna watch this fun PG show from the '60s? It's like, yeah. Oh yeah, that's
like,
parental guidance meant something a little bit different back then.
Yeah, we watched a movie that was PG-13 and there was full on boobies in it, man.
Yeah,
that's like the
early
70s.
What was it? PG-13 was invented in like the 80s, I think it was. Like, and
wasn't like Poltergeist or something like that? Wasn't that like a PG movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. So that was the reason that PG-13 was introduced. Was because it was like sometime in the early 80s they realized I think it was like with some of those horror movie types that they were like, man, this is definitely not stuff that kids should be watching, but also it's not like bad enough that it should be R-rated. They're like, we have to find some middle ground, and that was when they created the PG-13.
1984, July 1st was the first PG-13 when they first changed it over to PG-13.
What was the first movie?
I think it was From Dusk Till Dawn.
No, that was 90s.
That came out in the 90s. Red Dawn.
Yeah, I was looking at it on the
great movie. Like, R.I.P. Patrick Swayze.
Oh, that was a great movie.
I have I've got like a 2-pack. It's got the original, and then it's got the
reboot.
The remake from the 2000s. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't as good. Like, you feel me? Like, it wasn't necessarily the reboot wasn't necessarily bad. It just didn't quite have what the original
didn't
had.
hit like the
reboot. The reboot was good as a standalone movie. Had I never seen the original one, it would have been good.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. Yes, if I had never seen the original, I probably would have loved it. But watching it, knowing what the original was, it was like, yeah, it's okay. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they were trying to make it like an action movie more, like instead of about like a drama about these kids trying to survive or whatever.
One, you had around that same time you had the what was it? There was a video game called Homefront, that was kind of based
Yes.
on the same.
Big author of the
Yeah,
the
it was
same
kind of
author
based
worked
on
on
the
it.
same premise as that movie ended up being. So like they were trying to, I think they were trying to do a little bit of a, not necessarily a tie-in, but connect them a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they swapped it from what was it originally?
Well, the game was North Korea. The movie was the Soviets and Cuba, or maybe it was Venezuela.
The
The
original
first-
movie was the Soviets.
Yeah, it was Cuba and the Soviets for the original one. The secondary, the remake was North Korea,
Yeah,
which was totally unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah, like
I'm
Korea's
like,
gonna invade us.
they originally
Like,
made it China, and the Chinese
They don't like
government
that.
made them
Yeah.
switch it because they didn't want to be looked at as the aggressors. Even though the only reason North Korea could do that was if they had China's backing.
Yeah, exactly. Like the only way that the only way that pretty much any country
What's up, Magoo?
is going to be invading the U.S. is probably going to be because China backs them.
So you're
Yeah.
telling me we're not going to get the battle for Alaska in the Fallout season 2?
unfortunately, no.
That'd be fun.
We all live far enough inland that like no U.S. invasion would ever probably make it to us unless they were airdropping them into the middle of the country. And even then,
Like Red Dawn.
yeah.
Red Dawn, that's what they did in Red Dawn.
Imagine like getting airdropped into like the Midwest in early November with all the
Oh,
hunters
God.
out in it.
Everybody's got a rifle. They're sitting in the stand. And,
Like, oh, this might not have been a great idea.
they just like they get dropped into the woods somewhere.
Or getting airdropped into a field somewhere in like August when dove season is in. Just all the hunters out there. Just like, oh, pull.
Skeet. This is like a skeet shooting, basically.
It's like, what would be a good time of year to do that? Because you're not going to drop them in the middle of winter. Because, like, I don't know if you've been outside in the Midwest in the winter, but fuck that shit. You definitely don't want to be airdropping through any fucking thing. But then, like, every other season, you're going to have hunters out. It's like,
Yeah, they wouldn't. They would not be able to do it in Michigan for sure, man. At least West Michigan. We get way too much snow.
You don't want to drop them in Appalachia because that's pretty much our Afghanistan.
like you want to see your entire army
Meth
disappear and
Billies.
never be seen again. Like this, that's where the hills have eyes for real.
Yeah, you know, a few meth billies will take care of all of them.
They'll shoot you just for turning around their driveway and they don't recognize you. Imagine if you're from another country.
Jesus, yeah.
Right.
Be like Cotton, or not Cotton. The are you Chinese or Japanese? Who was that? Dale.
Dale, yeah.
Yes, Corey got here just in time.
See, imagine airdropping them in the middle of you like southern summer, dude. Like, they got all their gear on. They drop out in 100-degree weather.
With humidity of 140%. It's like heating. It's feels like, or the temperature today is 105, but it feels like 130, and you're dropping through the air. Like, yeah. That's, man, I remember when I first moved back up this way, I was working in Illinois, and I was out like walking the plant and stuff and checking on stuff, and the plant manager comes driving up here like, try to stay cool, don't get too hot out here. I was like, dude, the high today is 95. I just moved back from fucking Mississippi. I was like, the heat index is 125 every other day. Like, I'm not gonna get too hot out here. Like, go away.
Yeah, you're working hard, or hardly
Y'all
working.
living in this pussy weather. 95 and talking about hot. Motherfucker.
See, I guess you got both extremes. You know, now you have the extreme cold where it's just like you're literally freezing your balls off, and then you have you've already experienced like the extreme heat So you've seen both ends of the spectrum. I kind of guess maybe not the most extreme cold, but like at least.
I mean, when I lived up around Philly and it came 3 foot of snow one night, that was pretty fucked up. I'd never seen 3 foot of snow in my life, much less 3 foot of snow overnight. So that
yeah,
that was a bit of a shell shock.
So in West Michigan, like right by the lake, you get way more snow than you get out in the city. And we lived pretty close to Lake Michigan for a while. And there was 1 week where we got almost 9 feet in a week. And they cleared it out. Like, it was clear. The roads were great.
That was the crazy thing, was like, we knew it was going to snow that night.
Yeah.
So me and another guy had planned to go in early to like clear the drive, clear the scales, and get stuff ready because we were supposed to be shipping stuff out that day. And so I get up and I take off at like 5 o'clock. Because we were, me and Scotty were going to get there at 6 to start clearing everything because trucks were supposed to start showing up at 8. Yeah. So I leave at 5 o'clock thinking it's for sure, like, it snowed a bunch. It's going to take me a fucking hour to get to make this normal 20-minute drive to work. It took me 20 minutes. Like, once I got out of like the drive or the parking lot in the little apartment complex I was living in and hit the road, every single road was completely clear. It was like, oh, wow, they cleared everything immediately. There was no fucking around. Like, around here, if it snows 6 inches, everything's shut down for a week and a half. Like, they're not clearing shit.
It was like that when I lived in Nashville. It would snow like an inch and the whole city was shut down, man. All Kroger's shelves were emptied. Like, they had no equipment to plow with when I lived there.
Well, that's the main
here.
Yeah, the main swing is like it'll cool down at night, and like after everything melts, it'll freeze over, and then you get like the powdered snow on top of the ice.
Everything's ice, yeah.
I
will say the mistake. Go on.
I'll go.
The mistake I made when I was there, I was like, there's an inch of snow. Who cares? Like, I went out and driving on it, and I spun a few times. I had a little Civic. I spun a few times out there, and I grew up driving in the snow, so it wasn't a big deal for me. But it was all ice, and those roads are really windy over there.
So remember in like 13 or 14 when I think it might have been 13 when that big snowstorm hit Atlanta. Jim will be able to chime in on this. And like everything was shut down. People just like abandoned cars on the side of the road and stuff. And it was funny because
they abandoned them in the middle of the freeway.
I was working for an insurance company at the time. Like selling insurance. Yeah. Then I was just trying to find something until I found the job that I actually wanted. So anyway, I was sitting in the office and they're like, the women in the office were watching TV and they're like, oh my God, why don't they just go out and like clear the roads or something? I was like, you've never lived in the South. They don't have things to clear the roads. Like they don't have plows and salt trucks and shit like that. Like they don't, this type of weather happens once in a generation. Like they don't have just this stuff on hand. Like this will probably never happen again in any of their lifetimes. So, you roll the dice on, do we spend money on salt trucks and plows and all of this stuff to use it once every 40 years? Or just, when it happens during the once every 40 years, let everybody abandon their cars in the middle of the freeway and just be like, fuck it. We'll deal with it whenever shit thaws out.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to probably be gone tomorrow anyway, or, next couple days, it'll be gone. So no big deal.
Oh, that was the crazy. When I lived in Mississippi, it dropped down into the 20s and snowed one time. And the next day it was 50 degrees and it all melted off. But every other car was in the ditch or in the median on my drive to and from work that day. And it was like, and thank you. I appreciate that. That's a lot better than what these dipshits around here do, who they all drive 20 miles an hour and get in my way. I would rather you end up in the ditch or in the median and get the fuck out of my way so I can go where I need to go.
Did you get that big blizzard in like where you grew up when we were kids in the mid 90s?
I think it was like 94.
No,
yeah, I think it was around 96.
Looking it up right now, it was 93.
We got one in 96 where we had like 6-foot snow drifts and everything. It was wild.
So when I lived in Nashville, the winter of 93, I was home for Christmas and had a huge snowstorm. The airport was closed for at least, I think, 2 days. but I was never so sick in my life. I had the flu. I went and got a flu shot. My mom made me go get a flu shot because I was in my 20s and I was stupid, so I did it and got the flu right after that. But yeah, right after Christmas, my flight got canceled, and I was stuck in Detroit for at least 3 or more days, I think. But yeah, it was 93. That was fun.
Yeah, I just remember the one.
Go on.
I remember the one we got in like 96. Like we were like making our own igloos and everything. It was wild, making our own tunnels.
Welcome to growing up in the Midwest.
The Great White North.
We did that all the time, man. That was a normal winter for us.
Speaking of the Great White North, I guess we can actually talk about something today. So apparently, Dick Cheney's he died. What was it? Yesterday or the day before?
I didn't even know he was sick.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he's just old. Maybe his contract with Satan expired.
He didn't die. He just went to Antarctica.
His poor little donor heart just couldn't take it anymore.
They cut him off from the child blood.
Well, maybe it was that his hunting partner that he shot, maybe coming back to get revenge.
That was so. Like I told Katie yesterday because her mom and mom's girlfriend or wife or whatever are very liberal. I was like, "Tell your mom Dick Cheney died. They'll be happy." She's like, "What?" She said, "Who's Dick Cheney?" I said, "It was George W. Bush's vice president." I said, "He's the guy that literally shot his hunting buddy in the face, and then his hunting buddy apologized to him for it. He shouldn't have been standing there." She was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yes, really. He shot this dude in the face, and then the guy that he shot issued a public apology for standing in the wrong spot."
Dude, how funny would it be if that guy was the one to do his eulogy? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That would be perfect. I wonder if he's still alive.
They need to, yeah. I'm waiting for South Park to release an episode of Dick Cheney.
They're not going to though. They like him now. You forget. 21 birdshot salute. That would be great. Have the let them get the shotguns out there and yeah, instead of saying ready or whatever that they say pull. They shoot.
Oh boy.
But no, dude, South Park's never gonna touch that. Like it would be. I agree. It would be hilarious if they made a Dick Cheney episode or whatever.
Why wouldn't they touch that? It makes no sense.
Because they like him now. Like you forget that like everything that.
Oh yeah, Liz Cheney is the champion of democracy. Like the Democrats absolutely love Liz Cheney. And so
isn't that the same person that basically got kicked out of Congress because she sucked so bad?
That you act like the Democrats care about that.
Yeah. Sorry. I forget where I'm at.
You forget the bizarro world we're living in.
Yeah.
Oh god, this one.
I said this would be funny, except that I don't think Liz Cheney is actually capable of tears. So I'm pretty sure the deal that she made with Satan to take her father's spot.
I mean, her father to take her father's spot.
Remember when Christian Bale did the movie about Cheney, and when he was receiving his Golden Globe or no, what is it? Oscar. Whatever the award is that they give for movies. I don't know. I don't keep up with that shit. Anyway, when he was receiving his award, he was like
something gay, no doubt.
He was like, "I would like to thank Satan." And then all the like right-wingers ran with this as he was thanking Satan. It's like, no, if you listen to the whole thing, he was like, "Thanks Satan for the inspiration to get Dick Cheney right as a character in this movie." It was funny as fuck if you actually listen to the whole thing. But of course, all the all the like right wing retards went like full. Well, they went full retard, and we're like, "Oh my god, he's thinking Satan!" Like, it's a
They have
fucking
no sense of humor.
joke, you idiots.
See, that's where like a lot of like super serious right wing people lose me is like, you know, just like they're losing their mind over, you know, whatever, you know, current day thing or whatever, video games or whatever it may
Whatever
be.
the new thing is to lose your mind over.
Yeah. It's like, dude, y'all just being fake and gay. Like, quit.
Well,
that's what they do.
Fake and gay. This kid is absolutely neither fake nor gay.
Hey, stop flirting. Stop flirting.
Yeah, the last one already has 6 illegitimate kids, though.
You seem like you're so happy.
Look, they come prepackaged.
But not yeah. Okay, this is too wholesome for the show, man. Oh, God.
You keep on running around with other women in town.
Get it?
Give her a big hug.
Is she pretty?
See, the only thing that would have made that funnier is if the picture actually had like a woman with like massive boobs. Like, just
I mean, you've
just
seen
like
the ones of the little boys where they've got like the mannequins have the bra on and they're like pulling the bra down to check out what's going on.
Yeah,
I'm thirsty.
Sean, man, when Sean was little, he was not even 2. He was 18 months or something. We brought him up to work. My ex brought him up to work one day, and the bookkeeper came and like sat in my office and was holding him in her lap while we were all in there talking. And I look over at Sean, and he's just sitting there like sitting on her lap, facing towards her chest, going. Oh my god. Luckily she didn't see it. It was like, oh my god, son. Like, he was giving it real consideration. Like, please don't grope my bookkeeper. I actually need her. Like, she does an important job. I don't know how to do half the shit she does. But that's proof that it's ingrained into us from birth. We just like boobs.
Absolutely.
Unless you're gay.
2 of my favorite things.
Which I do wonder if guys that are gay, if they still like boobs, but they just like reverse psychology themselves.
I have a good friend from high school who queers $3 bill. He was on the cheerleading squad and everything, and all of the other cheerleaders, like, they would go when we were in college and stuff, they would go have their bachelorette parties and do all this stuff, and they'd always invite him along. And every single one of them said, once we start drinking, he really likes titties. And they're like, you have to keep covered up. You have to watch out for him because he is coming for your boobs all night long. It's like,
it's ingrained, man. It's part of your DNA.
It is ingrained. Doesn't matter. If you are a dude, you like tits.
So when he gets drunk, the real him comes out. Like, he's, the other him is it's just an act. Like, so yep. drunk him is the see. I think like there's that's probably what alcohol does to everybody is like, if anything, it reveals the part of you. If you're a raging drunk, that's kind of your how you are normally. You put on an act that you're not a maniac when you're sober. Like if you're a pervert, whenever you're drunk. Yeah, that's how you actually are. You just hide it really well in public. Like that's probably how it is. Like honestly, when you get drunk, it kind of just reveals what you really are.
Absolutely.
Yes, drunk you is the real you. Everything else is just a facade.
Bacon gay.
Which drunk me is really like calm and mellow. So that makes me worry about like.
Is all of this rage and
right? Is all of this just me putting on a front? And at my core, I really am just a really nice, peaceful guy. I don't know how much I like that.
He's a softie. You're deep down, you're a softie at heart. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yes, apparently so. If drunk you is the real you, then real me is really quiet and mellow and just like, yeah. All right.
So I can't put an image in the chat, in our chat on here, so I had to put it in the Signal chat.
What? You didn't put it on Twitter? Now I'll never see it.
Oh, I could do it on Twitter. Here, hold on. Never mind.
Well, while you figure out how to post something on Twitter,
there we go.
We're going to give some instructions on because the title of the show is The Big Blue Wave, and that means Democrats are going to get emboldened to be more themselves. You might have to defend yourself, so take some advice on how to defend yourself if somebody comes at you with a gun.
You got to look right at them and just. Someone with a prosthetic leg points a gun at me. Now, notice he's putting the technologically advanced leg back because he doesn't want me to have it. Not only is it quite expensive, but it's quite advanced material. So when he is pointing it at me, first thing I want to do is motion towards that leg. I'm not worried about this. He's not ready to shoot me yet. So I'm going to reach back and he's going to move that leg back. That is going to be the chance for me to push it offline. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the front part of the slide here and I'm going to push back like that. And that's going to eject a cartridge, right? Now, a lot of these carry, 15, 17 rounds. So I just have to count in my head, do this as many times as I need to do it in order to get all the bullets to fly out. You got to do it really fast. And you got to watch the gun and the attacker at the same time. So you got to look right at him and just.
How did they make this without dying?
Eye contact. You got to maintain eye contact. It's important.
17.
Yeah.
Once you do that, you can let go of the weapon. I'm going to move here, ankle pick here. Okay. I then move to the bionic leg. And so what you have to do is you have to make sure you grab hold with both hands and you just want to do a good hard pull here. Ow. Removing. Okay, removing. This has now become my weapon. This was his weapon. Now it's my weapon. So if he sits up into me, striking here, knocking him right back down, double handing and re-stomping the groin like so. You gotta.
60% of the time, 60% of the time, it works every time.
See, dude, that reminds me of like the early internet clips, like where people would film something and it would actually be genuine humor. Now it's just like either it's AI slop or whatever nonsense that they're doing. But dude, that's like the high quality humor. Just yes.
Yes.
It's like
Stephanie and I have been watching the show The Diplomat, and it's really good, very entertaining, and it's a good kind of look at global politics sort of stuff. But the two main characters, the husband and wife, are hilariously similar to me and my wife in the way that they talk to each other and act with each other. And the episode we watched last night, there was one part where he talked about, I've slept with your, my hand on your left boob for the last 10 years. And I looked at Stephanie and I was like, that sounds really familiar. She's like, stop touching me in my sleep. I was like, whatever.
You're a left boob lover too. See, yeah. I don't know. It's something about the left boob.
I always go for the left. I don't know why.
Yeah. And it's like
and then I have to like consciously make myself pay attention to the right one because then I feel like
yeah, you don't want it to get jealous. You don't want the right titty to get jealous. Like that's
Yeah. Or like I feel like I'm gonna like stimulate growth by rubbing on the left one too much, and then they're gonna end up lopsided. Like the left one would be way bigger than the right one because I've been playing with the left one and not playing with the right one. It's like I don't know if that's how that works or not, but I mean that's what I imagine is I play with boobies so that they will continue to grow. Like
You ever do the both, like both arms around and just on both of them?
I mean, you do the obviously every time.
Yeah, you have to do it that way.
Yeah, but obviously I still go back to the left. It's like left is just it's just like the comfort pick.
Yeah, I don't know why.
There you go.
Poll for today's show. Let us chime in on the comments. Let us know what's your favorite boob, right or left.
Which one do you hold the most?
And if you're gay, how much do you like boobs?
Clyde, answer. We can have Clyde chime in for that one, and we'll be fine. Maybe Mark might chime in.
Oh, I made a mistake. I started posting V for Vendetta quotes on Facebook this morning, as I do literally every year on November 5th, and people are already starting to take them seriously. Oopsie.
You gotta love when people don't know like your bit, like they don't know your bit. And
I've done this every year since like 2005. This isn't something new. Like you go back on my Facebook post history for ever since I've created this account. Like since that movie came out, I have done V for Vendetta quotes on the 5th of November, literally every single year, and there's still people who don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I know the past like what 2 or 3 years. I know I've seen it every time.
I say y'all been friends with me for a couple years, and you've probably figured out the routine. How is it that people that have been friends with me for like literally all my life haven't figured that out?
Dude, it's so weird though that the way that some people are that like they don't want to like or they don't realize what
that I have actually know that I have a bit that I do all the like. That a lot of stuff that I do is a bit, and then like I'm serious about most of it, but also I go a little extra with some of it because it is a bit, and it is for clicks and reactions and
I have seen a couple of them. Oh yeah. Well, see, I don't do it on Facebook though because people would actually get pissed.
Yeah, I don't do it as much on Facebook because there are way too many boomers on Facebook that definitely don't get it and will never get it, and it's
I try not to post on Facebook at all. Like
because I'm friends with my mom on Facebook, so if I post anything even slightly edgy, she's gonna be calling me. Oh, what's wrong? Why do you what's going on? What's wrong? She's gonna.
Luckily, even my mom and dad have kind of figured out some of the what's a bit and what's legit, but
see, they know you. Like, I don't think my parents know me, so like they wouldn't understand it. Like,
if your parents don't know you, you are not brutally honest enough with your parents. Like, I will sit there. I'll go home and sit down with my parents, and I don't hold anything back. Like the way I talk to y'all is the way I talk to my parents, and my dad will sit there and laugh his ass off about just the way I talk about some stuff, and like I don't hold anything back. So they've kind of figured it out, like who and what I am with a lot of this stuff. But I like
my parents are too serious though. If I could like, and then when they joke, like I find it like I don't know. I'm confused when they joke because they're so serious all the time. Like they're way too serious. They need like they've needed to lighten up for a while, but like they're so serious about everything. So it's like if I make a joke or say something, they're gonna be like, what's going on? Everything okay? And it's like, oh man, I don't need to stress them out. So I'm just like, I'll just shit post on Twitter.
I just find it fun to take the opposite side of whatever my parents think because they're like total.
That's extra mean though, because your parents have dementia.
Yes. Well, I don't do it as much anymore. I did it before. I really don't do it nearly as much as I used to.
Take the opposite approach depending on the day.
Yes.
I would say also though, your parents have dementia, so they might be at that correct moment in life where you can kind of mold and shape their brains to believe whatever you want them to.
Yeah,
Yes, I was the perfect son. Look, I was the perfect son, and my brother sucks. I'm the one that you should trust.
Sister.
Oh, sister,
Yeah.
sister. Okay, yeah. But see,
Oh,
for
trust
me
me.
and me, brother.
See, I mean, it's not even wrong.
Yeah.
This is your time to
No.
shine, Steve. You can
It is.
you can undo 50 years of everything that's been
Fuckery.
done wrong to just by molding their poor, soft little brains.
Well, the problem is my mom doesn't even speak anymore. Like she doesn't even have the ability to speak. So I got to work on my dad only.
Well, work on
Look,
dad.
he's gonna be the one signing the papers anyway. So like it's like, okay.
Yeah.
So it was really funny. My mom and I never got along ever. Couldn't stand each other our entire growing up.
Oh, I feel that. I feel.
Were you first or second?
Second.
Oh, see,
my sister is like, to her is Miss Perfect. Anyways, and I was always the guy, playing in punk bands, going out doing stupid stuff, and she didn't like that.
And you're kind of a big guy. You probably just absolutely wrecked that thing on your way out. That's
yeah, probably. So, God, don't make me think like that, please. I hate you so much. But anyway, so we actually the last couple years before she started, before she wasn't able to speak, so we kind of mended things up. Like it was good. But I, one of the fun parts of trying to take care of is like making her go to the bathroom and stuff. So I'm like, got her in the bathroom, standing there. I'm like, go to the bathroom. So I don't want to go. I don't want to go. It's like dealing with a 2-year-old. And she looked at me. She goes, I never liked you that much. And I was like, Mom, I've known that my entire life. You're not telling me anything new. And she smiled at me. I was like, damn it, you're still in there. Check out the article I just put in the private chat on here.
Oh,
this is a fun one.
What? Oh, is this the one that I saw? I thought that I saw this a few weeks ago.
Yeah. It's a couple days old, but yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, so Kentucky woman finds human body parts in her package. Was this the Amazon one? They ran.
No, it was a private. It was a company that delivers meds, but they apparently delivered a box of hands and something else.
Did they at least get it sent by the sell-by date?
Christian County.
Could you imagine opening up a box of somebody's hand, 2 or 3 hands?
Oh okay, man, so it's expired.
Apparently, these are cadaver parts.
Yeah, the cadaver parts.
The coroner explained that the body parts she received by mistake the previous day were from a cadaver and meant for surgical training, not transplants.
Yep.
Oh God,
that would be interesting. Think you're getting an Amazon package and you open it up and it's like a bunch of human hands.
Well, it's like it was a private courier service that delivers for medical stuff.
Well, and especially when they come the day before Halloween, you might be like, "Oh, somebody sent me fake hands as a prank or something." Then
I know what I'm doing.
Oh man!
Then you pull it out and figure out it's a real fucking hand.
Imagine taking your kids to that haunted house.
That would be fucked up. Oh, just think if you had ordered a bunch of fake hands because you were doing a haunted house for Halloween, and so you open up the box thinking these are the fake hands that you ordered, and you start pulling them out and they're real. That's even more fucked up.
No. Imagine, imagine if you were so effed up in the head that you're just like, oh, you know what? I have a plan for this, and then the kids come for Halloween night. They're coming to the porch. You got your candy out. You say, "Here, want a hand with it?" And then you hand them.
Remember if those things have still got nerve endings where you could hook them up to some electrodes and send a charge to them, the fingers twitch?
Tying this back into Poltergeist, didn't they use real corpses in that one scene and didn't tell the actors?
What?
Yeah. You know that when they were swimming in the bones?
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember that movie very much. I haven't seen that in forever.
Let's see, Poltergeist. Yes, in the 1982 horror film Poltergeist, they used real human skeletons as props during filming, particularly in the iconic pool scene. Woo.
Oh man,
we did when I
need to watch that movie again.
When I was in high school and college, we did a haunted forest. We had a boy in the community that he had to go to St. Jude's, and he had a bunch of health issues, and so like every year we did a haunted forest, and that was like our fundraiser for him to pay all of his medical bills for the year. And his like family never needed for anything. Like we covered all of his bills every year doing this haunted forest.
That's awesome.
But anyway, we had what we called Psycho Corner. So you come through, they had this like big, it would look like a black cat draped over, and you walk through the mouth. And then as soon as you go through, it's the darkest part of that woods, and there are no lights or anything. And that's where a bunch of us worked. And so like as soon as you go through and you walk through this corner, this turn, there's all these like glow in the dark skeletons hanging on the trees and laying on the ground and stuff. And I had a glow in the dark skeleton costume, and so I would intermingle in with all of the other glow in the dark skeletons in the corner, and then just come
pop out.
Yeah, just come popping out. And there was one time I was laying on the ground next to a couple others. They're like, they're just fake, look. And it kicked me, and then I rolled over and grabbed their leg. Like, oh my god! We actually made a girl pee her pants one time. It was fun. She was like, oh my god, I peed myself. And we were like, all right, stop. We gotta get her out. Like mission accomplished.
You guys ever do the chainsaws?
Oh yeah. After you went through Psycho Corner, it twisted back around, and then it went into the chainsaw house, and then the chainsaw house just opened up into a field, and the field went up to where the parking area was. And so like the chainsaw guys would just chase people through the field back to their cars.
What do you do with the chainsaws?
What do you mean? You take the chain off of it? Like
we're not animals.
I was just curious. I don't know what you're talking about. That's why I asked.
Get a leaf blower and a weed eater too, just for shits and giggles. Like the leaf blower really scares the fuck out of them, because when you hit them with that, they feel that air hit them, and for some reason, like they'll jump. You'll see people jump like 3 foot off the ground.
It's like that the trick you used to play with your kids when they were babies, where you just blow in their face and watch their reaction.
Yeah, you hit somebody with a leaf blower when they're not expecting it, and I mean they lose it. It's fucking hilarious. You wouldn't expect that, and the weed eater too. Like the people that would get just even more scared of the weed eater than did you have a bad experience? Did you like fall down a ditch while weed eating or something and like cut yourself up on accident one time, and now you just got like PTSD to weed eaters? Like the people that would overreact to the weed eater was really interesting. I've missed doing that shit. That was some of my favorite parts of like high school and college, was going home and doing the haunted forest. The guy that did Freddy Krueger, we had a Freddy Krueger house, and the guy that did Freddy Krueger, sometimes he would have me stay up towards the front and work the Freddy Krueger house with him and help him. And we had like a couch that was sitting on the ground, and then we dug a hole out, so there was no bottom in the couch, and so they put the cushions on top of me, and I lay down in the hole, and then as the group came through, like pop up out of the couch, and then I was the distraction to get them to, oh my god, and then he would come out as Freddy from the other side, and then we'd tag team him. Lots of fun.
That sounds like a blast.
It was. And you think about like different ways to scare people, because you don't want it to be the same every year. Like you want to come up with new ideas for how can we make people literally pee themselves this year. And so you're always coming up with new ideas and stuff, which is also why I love horror movies and stuff so much, because like you figure out how to do the jump scare stuff to get people to react. And so you want, some misdirection and stuff like that. And so then when I'm watching like horror movies and stuff, especially when I would watch the movies with the kids when they were really little, and like you can see in a horror movie, they'll build towards like, all right, there's about to be a jump scare here. There's about to be something else happening here. Especially Sean wanted to watch those movies with me all the time. And so when I would see, you see it building. And so I'd like reach over and pinch him or something and make him jump. And he'd be like, oh, Dad. And then it would happen. And then he would have already been like,
yeah.
Oh, so
what's your favorite 80s, 90s horror movie? I'm going to go back to the 70s because Blackula and Blackula 2 are pretty freaking awesome.
I wouldn't really consider Blackula horror. I thought that shit was hilarious.
Oh, that's funny. No,
Yeah,
no,
that's so
no.
sad.
In all seriousness, Magic from I think it's the late 70s with Anthony Hopkins is one of my absolute favorites.
I really like Silence of the Lambs, but I don't know if it's necessarily horror. It's not
suspense.
really. Yeah,
No,
it's more
I don't think
suspense.
that's horror.
I mean, the OG, the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
That one was great.
Will always kind of hold a. The original Hellraiser was.
That was good too. That scared the crap out of me, man.
It was it was interesting, especially if you've ever read like. So Clive Barker's written a bunch of books, and they've made graphic novels out of some of the books he's written, and he has a whole bunch of other like. If you've ever gotten into like Clive Barker stuff and see the universe that he's created with his horror ideas and stuff, that stuff is weird and kind of like there's a lot of depth to the universe he created with all of that stuff beyond just what you see in like Hellraiser and stuff. So it's really interesting on a different level. If you
Hellraiser had some scenes in it that were like very new for any kind of horror movie, like just insanely weird, very just unexplainable almost.
I really like all of the Critters movies, but that's just because they're so terrible.
Yeah,
like they're not scary at all. They're monster movies that are hilarious.
I used to watch those on what was it? The Joe Bob Briggs used to do the Monster Vision drive-in movie thing on TNT. I used to love watching that, man. They always play Critters.
I think Critters 3 was Leonardo DiCaprio's first movie.
Really? He was in that? I have to watch that.
I'm almost positive it was Critters 3 was his very first movie.
Was that the one that took place on the farm?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that one.
Have you ever seen Magic with Anthony Hopkins?
No, I have not.
Oh, great movie.
Sounds familiar, but I don't recall having seen it.
There you go, Steve. A movie I haven't seen.
There you go. You need to watch it. I believe it's either on Amazon or Tubi right now.
I've got speaking of old movies like that with old actors, Donald Sutherland and Puppet Masters. I've got that.
That's a good one. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the original. No, I think it was the second version of it with Sutherland. That was a good one too.
Let's see this. Yeah, Magic is on Prime.
Okay. Yeah, we've watched it a couple times. It's pretty good. I like that mid 70s, like the 60s, 70s, early 80s stuff. The more monster stuff is fun, like the vampire stuff and the Frankenstein. All the early Hammer films, those are really well done.
Yeah, the Hammer stuff's good. I also love the Universal Monster stuff. I know it's not like scary by today's standards, but I love those classic monster movies.
I don't need it to be super scary. It just needs to be fun. Like,
remember the Monster Squad, where it was like the high school boys fighting Dracula, who was bringing back all the other monsters to take over the world.
Yeah, that came out. Didn't that come out around the same time that Howie Mandel Little Monsters movie came out?
I think that's right. It was like late
I bet
80s.
that one doesn't hold up. But that one had Fred Savage in it, Wonder Years.
Yeah.
Yeah. We watched that one recently too. I like you ever watch Chopping Mall? That's a good one. That's a good like pseudo horror movie. Night of the Comet, that was another good one.
Oh, is that? No, am I getting that mixed up with Night of the Living Dead, where like the comet caused like a zombie apocalypse?
Yeah, that's Night of the Comet.
Okay.
Can't remember the two main actresses were fun. Those were definitely high school or like junior high crushes.
I watched a bunch of horror movies last week leading up to Halloween, and I wrote a Facebook review of them. One of them I watched was It had Matthew McConaughey, and it was not a horror movie at all. They called it a horror movie, but it was more of a psychological suspense type of a thing. Frailty, and he's like they're like trying to find this serial killer, but then it turns out that like he's the serial killer, but he's not really.
Frailty, that's a great movie. It's got Bill Pullman in it. Not Bill Pullman, Bill Paxton, and crap. Who plays his brother? Or was that his brother? No, their dad was Bill Paxton.
Yeah, the dad was Bill Paxton. But
Yeah,
anyway,
I recommend that movie.
It wasn't a horror movie at all.
What was the name of it?
Frailty.
I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah, it wasn't a horror movie. It was more of a psychological thriller type, and it was.
Yeah, don't say too much more because that's one of the movies that like once you know the twist, it kind of screws it up.
Yeah.
Like I See Dead People.
There was a second. There was a second. There was a second little twist. I saw the first twist coming about halfway through it, but then the second little twist at the very end, like, was really kind of a whoa, what? Like as it was walking up to it, I was like, oh wait, it's not gonna, and then it was, and it was like, oh damn. So anyway, yeah, we won't spoil it any further than that.
It was like Memento.
Memento was good as fuck.
Memento was really good.
That's another one of those psychological.
Oh yeah, Powers Booth. Powers Booth was in that too.
Than I do.
He was the airplane pilot in Red Dawn. There, we're going full circle.
Oh really? What were you saying?
I said I like the psychological thrillers more than just like gore or whatever.
I don't like slasher movies or the murder porn stuff. I'm not like, that's just gross. Like torture stuff. I don't get into that at all. I'd rather have like either really fun monster movies or like fun horror movies, but nothing. I don't want like the stuff like Saw is just gross.
Yeah, I don't want the torture porn stuff, but I'm okay. Yeah. Like I'm okay with some gore and some blood, but like it needs to be. Don't be like dragging it out and making the entirety of the show be about the gore. Like
What, you don't like Hostel 3?
The first Hostel was.
I think I watched part.
I don't feel like it needed a sequel.
I feel like I think I watched part of one of those. And it was like, no, this is just not my type of movie. I can't take that. Not in the mood for that. I put the trailer for Chopping Mall in the private chat on here. It's such a bad 80s movie.
I mean, it's called Chopping Mall. What did you expect?
It came out like a month or two before RoboCop.
You know, we're talking about horror, but you know, we can watch actual live action horror happen before our eyes here for a second.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's insane.
This is a UPS plane, I think.
Yeah, that's a UPS plane. It's a crash. Wow.
I don't know. I don't think they know what exactly happened yet. But dude, that's weird. That it's like
Indian pilots.
The only thing I read that like one of the engines like caught on fire on takeoff, and that's all I know.
Yeah, I was watching the news this morning, and they were showing videos and stuff, and like the left the left engine on the plane was clearly having some serious issues, and
The one over by the tail.
And it seems like it just didn't make it.
There were 2 engines by the tail, and then there were 2 engines under the wings. The one that's on those closer to the tail caught fire. It looks like it. I don't know. I'm not a crash expert.
Yeah, I mean it looks like it's already it's coming tail down instead of like nose down. So
yeah.
So was this a Boeing? Who?
I mean, I assume so. If it's UPS, they probably bought Boeing.
Yeah. Yep. Can you imagine how many people are going to be bitching about their packages right now?
It's
all the wine moms all pissed off because their packages aren't there.
Where's your package? It got evaporated.
I'm sorry, it burned up. Well, what am I supposed to do? I need my wine.
No, see, they're gonna be complaining because their coffee isn't there, Steve.
I don't send UPS,
Mop
man.
Stocks' son's coffee.
USPS, man.
Somebody's got to keep the USPS in business, and it's going to be Steve. Damn it.
Yep. Work hard to do that.
I don't blame you. I ship everything USPS too.
I will do UPS on big orders, because they are cheaper on the bigger stuff and quicker. But I don't. It's honestly because of the printer that I have for my labels.
It's easier to.
Yeah, I have the 2x7 printer, the old Dymo 2x7 one, and you can't do UPS with that. You have to do 4x6s, and I don't want to buy another printer.
Yeah,
that's the reason I do it. Has nothing to do with loyalty to USPS. Although out of the 3 years we've been doing it, I've only had 2 or 3 bad experiences with the USPS. But at least I know my stuff's not going to be burnt up. Although they do move stuff for UPS, or UPS does move stuff for USPS. So wonder if any of my stuff was going through Kentucky. I'm gonna look right now.
Say probably be a good time to check on that.
Sorry, your order got burnt. Got double roasted.
You didn't just get the single roast, you got the double roast.
Yeah. Nope. Dags is in Florida right now. He should be getting his later today.
All good then.
Yeah, we're good. I just checked on his, and that was it.
Nobody else matters.
No. Dags got his coffee coming today, so.
Right.
Anyways, so yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I gave you 3 things to talk about. I'm done.
I guess the rest of the day we can go about our normal day being retarded.
Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.